Hey friends, I had a question for you that I've been thinking out for many years since I was a kid, which is certain dualities I feel like I've struggled with all my life. Um, so I want to bring that up with you and then maybe you can give your thoughts in the comments. So the first one is nature versus nurture, or freedom versus conformity, outdoors versus indoors, being wild, I guess, or free, wild and free, feral versus society. I guess feral versus society sounds good. The other one is so to broaden that, to expand on, to unpack that a little bit. Ever since I was a kid, and I think growing up, I always felt this wanderlust of creative energy to drawn by the outside, drawn by the ocean, drawn by nature, versus this very enslaved feeling of disempowerment by society and family. And I think growing up, I had a very difficult childhood. So I was pulled by those two extremes. And I think that was very hard on me emotionally. The second one is approaching life as if everything is meaningful or that everything is meaningless. Understanding, of course, thank you, Groucho, that sometimes a cigar is just a cigar. And, but ultimately, yeah, like when we hear the wind roar, is that meaningful to us? Why is it meaningful to us? And is it just the wind? And is it both? Can it be both? There's that idea, as above, so below, right? I think when we're faced with things like the unknown, the as above, so below, we can see a sort of mirroring with our physical, material reality, with a spiritual reality. And I think even the Bible says on earth as it is in heaven, right? The third one is identification and inspiration versus self-actualization. Like, who are we versus like when we are inspired by someone else's incredible ability to self-actualize. I remember my sister always thought I was somewhat borderline personality, and I think that's true. I think I've often been I've had a hard time from my childhood self-actualizing and self-motivating, and that has led me to, I think, find a lot of motivation and through others, which can be good. It's good to have role models and stuff. And sometimes that's okay to have like a little bit of a crutch when we feel like we can't do it on our own. So my question for you is like, how do you balance these dualities or dichotomies in your life? So yeah, that's it. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, thank you.